everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jakara, and on this channel we talk about everything fashion, style, and travel related. So today we're going to be talking about some essentials that I feel like you need when you are doing or on an international trip. Now, if you hear my dogs in the background, I apologize. They're going to be making noise. They keep running in and out of this room, which is driving me crazy, but just ignore them. So I have broken things up into like categories of things, and I think there's about 25 things that I feel that are absolutely essential when you travel internationally. The first thing I want to talk about is everything that is technology related. So if you've been following my channel, you know that I just came back from Egypt and Morocco. And so it was my first time traveling to Egypt and Morocco, and I had never been to Africa at all before. So I wasn't exactly sure what I would need technologically. I know when I've traveled other places, I definitely need certain like adapters and cords and things like that. So the first thing I want to talk about is an adapter that goes with the country or region that you're going to be in. Now this one is pretty multi-use. It's for Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asia, and Caribbean. So those are basically the places that I go. And the only thing is, I'm not sure if it's good for Australia. I would assume because Australia has a similar... Really? Anyway, Australia has a similar kind of setup with these two prongs here. And so I thought this was a really good adapter. It also has a USB port here. My dog just wants to make noises. I'm so sorry. Anyway, there's a USB port here so that I could actually plug something in here, but I can also use a USB cord to charge like my phone or even my camera. Junior! This is a nice one. I got this one from Target. It just says Travel Smart, the Conair version of it. So if you don't have that, at least get an adapter that is specific to your electronic devices that go with that country or compatible with that country. Like I bought this in Greece because I forgot to bring this and I needed to charge my phone, so I ended up getting one of these. Obviously I bring both of them now so that I have, like, I could plug this one in there and then I can, you know, use two different USB adapters. But yeah, that's the first item as far as technology. The next thing I want to talk about technology related is a SIM card. Now, I was not really familiar with getting SIM cards in different countries because every country that I've been to so far had a service that my international plan on my phone would like link into, and I would just get charged per day for using those services through my phone company or my internet provider. But I found in Egypt, it was very, very, very important that I get a SIM card because even though I had international calling and data and all that stuff, I was not finding a network that was really reliable. So I bought this SIM card in Egypt, and then even when I got to Morocco, I got another SIM card that was specific for Morocco. So that helped out tremendously because otherwise I was like constantly with my phone like trying to get internet signal, and it was really, really frustrating. So I absolutely positively recommend and try to get as many gigabytes as possible. I kind of ran out of gigabytes towards the end of my Egyptian trip, even though this was pretty good. I think I paid $15 for, I don't know if it was 20, 30 gigabytes. I'm not sure. But yeah, the one in Morocco, I spent $20 for 200 gigabytes. It was awesome. 200 or 20. I can't remember. One is it's a big difference, right? I think it was 20 gigabytes. Yes, 20 gigabytes. So anyway, next technological item that I feel like you should have, and these are related to your phone. So on your phone, I think would a couple of apps that you could use that would be helpful would be a translation app, something that you can use to just quickly, you know, put in what you want to say, and then maybe even show, because there was one time I had to put in what I wanted to say and then show it to the person, be like, this is what I'm trying to say. and I find that it was very helpful. I just use Google Translate, which is not the best. I don't think that's the best way to go. I think using another more a better app than that would be better. There's several on the in the App Store and all that you could check out. I will list a couple below that you could probably use, but I think it's essential, because what if you get somewhere and you really need to say something and you don't speak the language? It's very difficult. And in Morocco, there were some places where obviously I don't speak Arabic. I speak a little bit, but not enough to really have a conversation. And I don't speak French. So they speak French and Arabic there, but they also speak Spanish, which helped me out because I do speak a little Spanish. So anyway, I'm getting off topic. The next app I want to talk about you should have on your phone is WhatsApp. Now, I love WhatsApp. Use it all the time. In fact, for our first group, the first tour group that I was on, we had a WhatsApp group established so that we can communicate with each other and show pictures of what we saw, and it was really cool. And then in the Morocco group, we also had a group WhatsApp so that we can talk and say, hey, I'm going here, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you want to do that, you want to meet by the pool, whatever. And I think those were really important as far as the communicating with other people, either that you're with, or, you know, just keeping up with the group, the tour guide that you're, the tour group that you're with. I did go with a tour group. Anyway, the next technological thing, let's see, what else do I have on here technology wise? Oh, I know, let me grab it. The next thing is a battery pack or a recharging battery pack. I got this in Athens after my Egypt tour or Egypt trip, because there was very few times where I could like charge my phone, and a lot of times, I mean, from taking pictures and videos and things like that, I found that my phone would get drained so easily. And this little battery pack saved my life in Morocco. I used it a lot to charge my phone. We were often, you know, in the middle of who knows where, and there was no place to really charge. So absolutely essential, you guys, absolutely essential. You don't want to be, for instance, in the Sahara Desert and the sun is going down. It's a beautiful sunset, and then you're doing, you know, videotaping it with your phone, and next, you know, dead battery on the phone. That sucks. So I learned my lesson in Egypt, and I got one of these in Athens on my way to Morocco. Okay, I think that's it for like the technology based things. Now let's talk about some practical things that I think you should get for your international travel. Not that those things aren't practical, because they really, really are, but just like some more kind of basic things. A lot of people don't think about this, but I think absolutely you need a scarf. I don't care if you're going to a country where you're wearing a scarf or not. You need a scarf, okay? Now, this is my Gucci scarf that I have traveled everywhere with. I took it to Rome and to Italy and to Australia and now to Egypt and Morocco. And yeah, I love this scarf, first of all, but most importantly, I like it because on the plane, right, when you have all this recirculated air and people coughing and sneezing and you don't know what anybody has, and in this trip especially, people were talking about coronavirus left and right. I just cover my mouth and I don't have to think about trying to breathe in this recirculated air or people who are coughing next to me. And that's what happened in Australia. Somebody was like next to me and I was like, oh my God. And she wasn't covering her mouth. So I was like, okay, here comes. I also like this because if you don't have a blanket or whatever, you could cover your face too. I cover my face a lot when I travel in like an airplane, or even on the bus trip we had from in Egypt and Morocco. There were a couple long bus rides, and I like to, it gives me like a little bit of privacy so that I can sleep in private. So if I'm drooling or, you know, my mouth is hanging open, like, I don't have other people staring at me. So I love this as just a way to give myself a little privacy when you're in a confined environment with other people. Also, I know this is probably, everybody brings this, but I think a good pair of sunglasses. You just never know when you're gonna need them. And I obviously, you know, I was going to a country where, you know, it's known to be hot and everything. It was actually not that hot, but it was sunny a lot of the days, and it's nice to, you know, be able to shield your eyes from the sun. And I just think having a nice, reliable pair of sunglasses is essential. All right, the next thing I'm going to talk about is a crossbody bag. Now, I don't bring anything super valuable as far as bags and things like that, because if I lose them or if they get stolen, I would be really, really, truly upset. This one, I think the most valuable thing I have in here is my passport holder. But this is a purse that my daughter gave me when she got for me when she went to Portugal. So I thought, it's got a little pocket in the back so I can stick my phone in there, and it's just like, I like a little flip action here, and I could just easily get to my passport and on my boarding pass and everything. And it's not too big, so I don't like stuff it, so it's like, you know, hanging heavy on me. It is really quite practical, nice long strap. And I usually try to bring a neutral crossbody bag, like a white crossbody bag, or a black one, because it goes with everything. But luckily this orange one went with almost everything that I wore, because I wore a lot of color on this trip. So that's that. Also, let's talk also on the plane. Okay, there's always a crying baby on the plane, or you have somebody who's snoring really, really loudly. So some earplugs. Earplugs are essential, you guys. I mean, I am the kind of person, I just want, when I'm sleeping especially, I don't want a lot of noise. I need it to be really quiet, so I use these ear plugs. And, you know, they're just like foam earplugs you just stuck in your ear, and they help out a little. I would actually prefer like the noise canceling headphones, and I'm thinking about getting that because I am so tired of listening to babies cry. No offense to you parents out there who travel with your baby. I know it's necessary sometimes. I understand. I have a daughter. I know you sometimes have to travel with your kids, but I'm over it. I'm just over it. Also, let's see, some more practical things. You need a foldable bag, something that you can get wet or you can wipe down. This is a nice one. Nice little grocery bag, reusable grocery bag. I think it's cute. It's got a little packet on the inside. And you can use it. It doesn't take up much space in your luggage. And, you know, you can just fold it down pretty small. And, you know, you could even put it in your crossbody bag if you needed to. But it's just another bag that you can use if you buy, like, when we were in Morocco, we bought a lot of groceries and things. So just snacks that we could have when we were doing our, like, long bus trips and stuff. So I was so grateful to have a reusable bag. Something, you know, obviously if it got damaged or if it got, you know, lost, I wouldn't be crying about it. Let's see. Here's a huge one. Now, I typically fly to Europe or places where, you know it would be easy to have a shoulder bag and I can get access to. So I usually do carry my Neverfull from Louis Vuitton. But on this trip, you gotta have a backpack. Backpack, excuse me. I bought this backpack at Target. I kind of like the color, the blue and the green, but oh my God, this came in such use. Like, I use this so much. I stuffed it full. Like, all of my souvenirs were stuffed in here, and I put all my, you know, camera equipment and stuff in here, and this has multiple pockets, multiple compartments and things that just, I could put my laptop in the back and like my books and things in here. And I just absolutely love this backpack. I love it because it saved my life as far as carrying things and not having to check things. There were some fragile items that I had bought and I didn't want them in my check bag. And a lot of especially the international airlines, places, airlines like Ryanair and what's the other one? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but those ones that go on those short little international flights, they don't allow you to have like a carry-on on the plane, so you have to check your bag. And I loved my backpack because I could put all my precious things there and take it onto the plane, and they didn't give me, and a lot of times they let me get on the plane first because I didn't have a roller bag, right? So that is another practical item. Let's talk about selfie stick. Oftentimes, especially if you're a solo traveler like me, you don't have anyone to like take pictures for you or of you. You oftentimes have to ask people, please, can you take my picture in front of this beautiful Sphinx, you know? Well, with a selfie stick, this is the one I use for my vlog camera. I could just, you know, use it and hold it. And this is how I get most of my footage when I am on vacation and I'm vlogging. So, and if you don't use this, you can use the other one that extends out. And I think it's absolutely essential to be able to get the shots, right? To get the really great shots, because you know, you go on vacation to see all these beautiful, wonderful things, and you want to have memories with the Sphinx or with the pyramids of Giza, or, you know, in Chefchaouen in the Blue City. You want to have, you know, those beautiful moments that you capture on film. And I think having a selfie stick is absolutely important for that. Okay, we're coming down to the last few, okay? Now I'm going to just talk about some things that maybe you don't think about. Items that, you know, everybody always brings, like, you know, their makeup or, you know, obviously your shampoo, your conditioner, all that stuff that you need. Yeah, we all know we need that. But sometimes especially if you're going to really remote areas, it's nice to have your own wet wipes and your own Kleenex. And to add to that, excuse me, some baby wipes, okay? Because this is just my experience, but especially in Egypt, there were places that we would go to the bathroom, and I didn't really trust like washing my hands in the sink or the toilet seat. So I would use my wet ones to wipe the toilet seat off, and this is like kills 99% of germs. So, and I'm a germaphobe anyway, so I killed the germs on the seat. And then a lot of times the bathrooms didn't have any tissue. There was no tissue in there. So I brought my own tissue to wipe myself, okay? Sometimes it's necessary. And if I had baby wipes, that's what I would use too. So last item I'm going to talk about, or last few items I'm going to talk about, are a reusable water bottle. I think it's important to have a reusable water bottle, especially when you have to use bottled water, because the places I went to recently, you couldn't drink the tap water. So it's nice to get some bottled water and to be able to have this to carry around with you. And then let's see, let's talk about a first aid kit. Obviously you need a first aid kit, and in the first aid kit, I'm not talking about just having a prescription medicine. I'm talking about having like just regular things like Vaseline for cuts, or hydrocortisone, or antifungal medication just in case you get a rash or something. Antihistamines. I definitely needed that because I had a runny nose the whole time I was in Morocco. And just think of those types of things that you need for your band-aids and yeah, things like that for your first aid kit. So I think you should always have that handy just in case you need it. Alright, you guys, that's it. That is the end of my video. I know I talked a lot. I appreciate your attention. And if you have any other ideas about what to bring on an international trip, please, please, please put them down in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Until then, take care.